Hi, my name is Jake Thompson. Thank you for joining me on another year of the Weekly Fumble. This is season number 4, 2016 week 1. This is going to be a great season, the best one so far. So if you have not watched the show, or one of your family members has not watched the show, or one of your coworkers has not watched the show, you need to tell them to watch the Weekly Fumble, because I'm telling you now, season 4 is going to be the best. I'm going to tell you about the top 4 college football games of the weekend. Let's get it started. Number 3, Oklahoma visits number 15, Houston. Right off the bat, we get an outstanding game. Oklahoma has to win this football game. They play Ohio State in week 3, and then they play at TCU in week number 4. That is a tough schedule. So if Oklahoma slips up in this game, they're going to have a big hill to climb for the rest of the season. But Baker Mayfield, don't worry. He is a great quarterback. He is going to get the job done. Oklahoma's going to win this football game. But Houston went 13-1 last season. They obliterated Florida State in their bowl game. They're no pushover, but I think by a small, and I mean a small margin, Oklahoma will get the job done on the road. Let's go to the next game. Number 2, Clemson against Auburn. They go to Jordan-Hare Stadium. Sean White for Auburn was named the starting quarterback by Gus Malzahn. I don't know if he's the right guy, but according to Gus Malzahn, he is over the senior Jeremy Johnson. To me, it's not going to matter. Clemson's just going to outright win this football game, and they're going to win it big. I don't care if there was 117,000 fans there. They say there's going to be 87,000, but Clemson would still win if the whole world showed up and watched them play. Now, the third game, this is an interesting game. Now, number 20 USC against number 1 Alabama. Now, I don't know about you, but these two teams haven't played since 1985, and I'm pretty excited about it. Now, let's talk about the inexperience about the quarterbacks. Both teams have inexperience with their quarterbacks, but Alabama fans, don't you worry, because remember in 2014 when y'all were buzzing about Blake Sims, about how he's not the right guy or he's not the right person to be Alabama's quarterback. Remember last year, Jake Coker, y'all didn't think he was going to be their Alabama's quarterback. But this year, you have Cooper Bateman and Blake Barnett to start the job off. And if Nick Saban knows quarterbacks, he knows that they will perform well on his level. And I think that when you get the defending national champions against a team that doesn't have very much experience on that side of the ball, the offensive side of the ball, it's going to be tough. UFC is going to have some tough tasks to fill. I think Alabama wins this game, but it's going to be very close. They're favored by 11.5, but Alabama will win this game by 3. Watch it. Now, the big game, the Monday night game to end off the whole weekend. Number 11 Ole Miss, it can't get any better than this, against number 4 Florida State. Now, you may ask yourself, is this a neutral site game? This game is being played in Orlando, only 17 miles from Tallahassee, 625 miles from Ole Miss. Now, I don't know who's complaining. I don't think anybody's complaining about that, but there's no excuses to be made when you are out there on that field performing at your highest level and you complete every single standard that you can. Now, Chad Kelly, the quarterback, the starting quarterback for Ole Miss, he is very, very, very good. Heisman hopeful? I have no idea. That's not up to me. That's up to the committee. But we're going to talk about Dalvin Cook. This man has 26. He rushed for 2,699 yards in the last 2 seasons. That is downright ridiculous. Now, the starting quarterback for Florida State is DeAndre Francis. He is a redshirt freshman. But if he hands that football off to Dalvin Cook and he does his thing, then Florida State will have no trouble, but their defense is going to have to step up. And I think that Florida State's defense is going to show up just enough to beat that Ole Miss offense. And Chad Kelly is going to have problems in that secondary because that secondary is just that good. I think Florida State wins this game, but it's going to be very, very close. That is all for the Weekly Fumble. Like I said, this is going to be the best season so far. So tell everybody you know, all love from me. If you like the video, press like and subscribe to my channel. But most importantly, I want you to go to Instagram right now at the Weekly Fumble and just press that follow button. Make that blue button turn green. I want you to do it right now. As always, I'm Jake Thompson. Thank you for joining me. Salute.